Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. We are at North Warden. I've gone ahead and picked up a lot of that stuff that I left behind and sold it. Let's go ahead and head into the palace. Left as a legacy to North Warden by a baron who cared more about leisure than practicality, the Great Hall was still maintained with a military discipline, no corner of it left unscrubbed or cluttered by the unnecessary. Can I do anything other than talk to you? No, looks like not.
It seems our time for preparations is at an end. 2 of my field captains were found dead in areas through which a Moradel strike force would likely come. That leaves me with 1 garrison company and 2 field companies operating under green commanders. That does not make for an advantage in a siege.
I mean, you know, they might be good.
What of Duke Martin? I know he was visiting here.
Yeah, he's probably gone mad somewhere.
He already is in the field with my rangers. I want you 2 to work with him and find ways to slow down or stop the oncoming enemy companies. Our scouts have estimated the Moradel have fielded about 1,500 men.
You have 300 men here and a castle. It's far more than you need to stop that many soldiers. I mean, except they could... Considering the position of this castle, they could just go around.
If there are Nighthawks that have infiltrated my troops, we will likely lose more than field captains before this is all over. We have to assume for the moment that the Moradel knows something that we don't. If we could stop even half their number, I imagine we can defuse whatever plan it is they have. So, any questions before you begin?
Tell me more about Duke Martin. Where can we find Duke Martin? Is he in the castle somewhere?
I asked him to stay relatively close to the castle so my guards could find him in the instance of an emergency. You will have to search for him yourself. While you are at it, perhaps you can also find what has become of our minstrel, Tamni.
He may have quit the castle. Minstrels are not noted for their staying power through great battles.
Ooh, dig against bards! It will work against the morale of the men should he remain absent. I want you to find him and use whatever means you have at your disposal to bring him back here, even if you bring him back in chains and rucksack tied over his head. With the battle coming close to hand, I want nothing to divide the men.
Yeah, that would be a great way to motivate the minstrel to motivate the men. Okay. Well, with all that in mind, I think we can probably handle our assignments.
Excellent. I shall be glad to see you and Locklear in action. Patras, you stay with them and help them in any way you can. You are far more familiar with the area, and as lucid at giving directions as any of the rest of my men.
We're off then. We'll come back and report to you later if we find anything important or if Duke Martin sends us. Okay. Well. Party's abilities have increased. Weapon craft up to 95. I did get a little bit of rest, so we're back up to 100% on most of James' stuff, although I still need to rest. And we really do need to go find some stuff. There's a few things that I would like to get item-wise. But for now, let's see. Okay. So Duke Martin is apparently south of us somewhere. Well, you know what? Let's go this way anyway. Is there anything in this hole that I left here? Some armor. You know what? As long as we're so close to the castle. Just gonna sell this off. Can I sell this? Nope. I doubt there will be anything new in that cave, so there's no real need to head in there again, I don't think. Pretty sure this is a corpse from earlier in the game. Let's bookmark again. Alright, so we got some goblins over here. Not really sure that I want to fight right now. Partly because James is not great on the stamina, but I guess we'll be okay. Alright, well I got the icer. Let's go ahead and use that. There we go. James counted. Although he had beaten tremendous odds on his various adventures, he knew sheer numbers of opponents could easily overwhelm them. We won't be able to take all these fellows. Maybe we can try another tactic to get by them. Oh, alright. I'm not supposed to go that way. Fair enough. I guess we will not. At least the icer lasts until you use it. Let's go ahead and rest. There we go. Did I leave anything on these corpses? Looks like the answer is no. Good. Alright, well we got the road split here. They were not alone. Patrus's pulse quickened as he saw the lone figure approach, but when it became apparent they were not being attacked, he relaxed a bit, squinting slightly in an attempt to see who was about to join them. Duke Martin. I knew when I saw Signor Locklear prowling about with Baron Gabot. You couldn't be far behind. How's my princely brother Arutha? Hey, are you actually related to Arutha? Fine when I last saw him. He's outside of the Dimwood with a small force, waiting for my messengers to reach him. What are you doing so far from Cryde, anyway? Brianna, have you hunting rabbits for the ducal stew? No, but soon we four will be hunting far larger game than that. Seems this small wrinkle developing in the Northlands is about to become a kingdom problem, if what Locklear told me was correct. I'm just glad to have you two here to lend a hand. Is King Liam going to join the party? Doubtful. This engagement isn't serious enough to warrant bringing the king into it, and he's got his hands full enough with the Keshian Empire. Seems one of our kingdom's ships accidentally mistook one of her empress's imperial frigates as a pirate ship and sunk it with all hands on board. Naturally, Lord Hazar Khan is having a conniption. We'll have to fight out North Warden's battles on our own. Well, that seems really bad. Talk about a diplomatic incident. What can Locklear and I do? Well, I mean, if you want to go smooth things over with the Keshian Empire, I have most of Baron Gabot's rangers out checking up on the movements of the enemy, so I'll need you three to give me a hand with various missions. I hope you three are in the mood for a bit of running about. Oh, my back! Shut up, Patrus. Baron Gabot? So, Baron Gabot told us you were to report to you until the siege begins. Where do you want us? I was just planning a little fun. Patrus, how's your Moradel? Which one are you talking about, Duke? The one I got's under my bed, or the one what makes me breakfast in the morning? Amazing. Jimmy, is it just me, or does Patrus remind you of a certain admiral we both know? I think he and Amos Trask would either love each other or hang one another from a gibbet. I think the Duke meant, how well do you speak, Moradel, Patrus? I knew perfect well what he was a-saying, you court rat. I can read it, but don't ask me to pronounce any that dog howling you are. You won't have to for what I have in mind. There are some boxes near here that have Moradel plates on them. I want you to crack the codes on them. I imagine those boxes will have supplies of rations for the Moradel once they begin the siege, but I doubt they'll suspect we've tampered with them. If there are any rations, find a way to poison them, then replace them in the boxes. Come back and find me once you're done. Patrus is now asking about, huh? Crossbows. Prince Arutha has told me on several occasions you're about the finest archer he knows. Arutha also used to tell his sister
Carline that his father was going to rope her into the mainmast of Krondor's glory so the Quegians could have target practice when they passed her in the harbor. Doesn't mean it was true. And I wasn't Jimmy the Hand. You're being modest, Duke. So I might be handy with a bow. Why the interest? I was hoping you could give Lockie and I a few pointers. We both could stand to learn a little about how to use the crossbow more effectively. Well, as the Mordell don't seem to be charging down our throats at this very minute, I suppose I might be able to teach you a bit. Oh, crap. Martin sighted his crossbow and fired. Feathers drifted from above as the lifeless sparrow crashed through the branches to the ground, a crossbow quarrel neatly driven through its head. It had been dead even before it touched the ground. That's incredible, James said. At that range, I would have thought it impossible. It's a missing quote. No, Martin said, his look somewhat enigmatic as he knelt to touch the bird at his feet. I've hit them at twice that distance, so it was merely difficult. Handing his crossbow over first to James and then to Locklear, he gave instructions as each attempted similar shots. You both have made some progress, Martin said. Just keep doing what you started doing today and you'll both make fine marksmen. Well, that at least answers a few questions. We'd best be back at getting this battle in order. Is there anything else you need at the moment? Just for you three to be careful. We can't afford to lose any more men. I think we can handle that order. You stay out of harm's way as well, Duke. Arutha wouldn't forgive me if you somehow got an arrow shot by some goblin archer. Farewell. Party's accuracy crossbow ability has increased. Yep. Except not his. 75, 78. I would like more of that, so, reload. It'd be a little bit of a walk. Also, let me just make sure that we are on crossbow. So it looks like we got 10 out of that. Yeah. So I would very much like to get 15. So there we go. As it is getting dark and we need some healing, let's go ahead and rest. There we go. Baron Cabot. Crossbows. There we go. Okay. So, that gets us to 80 with Locklear. And 83 with James. And none with Patras. Okay, well, we need to find some Mordhell wordlock chests. I've probably found them before, but I need to find them again. Unless, of course, they spawn in freshly with this. Where are they? Oh, they are really nearby. Okay. Let's bookmark again. Also, you had a spell that I didn't know. Union. Allows caster to read Moradel. Oh! So you actually do need to cast a spell in order to do that with him. So what happens if we don't? Patras scanned the runes embossed on the Moradel clue plate. Its text their only hope of opening the difficult word lock. Aha! Yeah, that does not, that does not change. Alright. That is an expensive spell, too.
Patros felt a shifting in his mind. It was as though his brain had suddenly turned itself around, and the thoughts in his head were scrambling to return order to the chaos and achieve some sense of equilibrium. At last, images began to form, and finally, words and letters, though these were not the same thoughts he was accustomed to thinking. They were Mordhel. Kien. She has tasteful friends and tasteless enemies. Tears are often shed on her behalf, yet never has she broken a heart. I think this is onion. Union and onion. Tons and tons of rations. Oh, you know what? I do think I remember this one. I don't know that I need to poison all of it. Let me double check. Yeah, I only need to do one. So I will take it all. Alright, the Koltari poison. No, I can't do that. Alright, let's do it this way. Yep, poisoned. There we go. And next... Trexadiz. This side of a wolfhound has the most hair. That would be the outside. Of course, it's a freaky wolfhound, and the inside is very hairy, too. I'll take the rope. Leave that. And finally, Botan. It doesn't live within a house, nor does it live without. Most will use it when they come in, and again when they go out. That would be a door. There we go. Now with all of this that you have, let's go ahead and give you guys 2 stacks. There we go. All right, we have poisoned the foods. You around here, Martin? Oh, Martin. Alright, well, as long as we're here. Is there anything else on these guys that I didn't take? Poison? I suppose I could have just picked that up and left that. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm not going to run all the way back to deliver that armor. Sell that armor. Deliver? Where'd deliver come from? Yeah, that's fine. James stopped and stared off into the distance. After several seconds of contemplation, he turned and began to speak. Look at that tree over there. The lower limbs have all been hacked off. That either means we're near someone's property line, or someone was ensuring they had an unobstructed view of the area. If we continue in this direction, we should proceed with great caution. Where am I? Okay. They were being watched. That is a lot of spellcasters. And why is Patras always over here? For crying out loud. Why is your defense 19%? Boop. She didn't cast anything, at least. Start with Despair Thy Eyes. There we go. Patras, let's work on your accuracy a little bit. Go over and get rid of you. And not get rid of you. But we'll keep going with casting that on you. Boop. The battle was won. That's some good stuff. Go ahead and hold on to that. Get some torches. 18 gold. I'll take that. Some restoratives. Who gets restoratives? I guess you would. Wait, what is going on with this? How is the armor poisoned? How does that work? What? I don't get it. Another armorer's hammer. That's good. 31 gold. You go ahead and hold on to that armor. 4 more restoratives and a sword. There we go. Things are not going well at all. I've started to get reports from some of our scouts, and from the sounds of things, this will not be an easy siege. So what's brought you looking for me? Poisoning. We poisoned the food in all the Moradel lock chests we could find. There weren't many of them out there. You probably found the majority of them, so I wouldn't worry about it. I have something else I need you to do. There was a minstrel that the Baron employed here at Northwarden by the name of Tamni. When we got word that the Moradel were beginning to move down from Raglim to Northwarden Pass, he picked up all his things and disappeared in the middle of the night. The Baron is insistent he brought back. The Baron mentioned this Tamni to us as well. But why is it so imperative he come back? Surely the men might feel a little betrayed, but if their morale is that shaky... Baron sent word a short while ago that a Nighthawk was discovered within the confines of the castle this morning, and there's evidence there may be others. Naturally, word is spread, and the men are edgy about the whole matter. It doesn't help matters Tamni was never administered an oath of loyalty. And it's possible he was connected with the Nighthawks. I understand. Find him and get him back to Northwarden if you can, but don't let him know you're suspicious. He might bolt. One of Gabot's scouts has told me that there may be goblin activity to the north, so hurry back when you're finished. I may need your help. Okie dokie. Well, that at least answers a few questions. We'd best be getting back to the battle. Be back at getting this battle in order. Is there anything else you need at the moment? Just for you three to be careful. Yep, alright. Well, I have some things that I can sell, so I should probably go do that. Let's get on to Armorcraft. I put you on melee rather than accuracy casting, didn't I? Whoops. No, there goes that one. Alright, let's run back up to Wrong button. Let's run back up to North Warden. Let's also camp and rest, since everyone does need some stuff. Actually, everyone could benefit from this at the moment. There we go. Alright. Shop. I have things to sell. Poisoned armor, somehow. Let's go ahead and use that. Hand that over to you. Your armor still has some stuff going on. Sell these swords. I don't know if I still need the poison, but I will hold on to it. There we go. No bonuses with armorcraft, unfortunately. Or weaponcraft, for that matter. Actually, you know what? We should probably see if the Baron has anything new to say as well.
I still do not like the look of this battle, Senor James. What do you need?
Nothing, apparently. Okay. Alright, well, we need to go find the minstrel. So that is going to take us this way, I believe. But it is about time to end the episode. There is a town coming up. Is it over there, or... Because there was also a cave up this way. No, there's a cave over there. The town is a little bit farther on. Okay, we've got nothing to show that way. Let me go ahead and use the icer. So we get extra damage. I'll certainly buy some more when that runs out. It's pretty useful. The strength and other stuff could be useful too, but I think we're okay for now. But when we come back next time, we will see if we can find this minstrel. That appears to be our next little mission. I would definitely like to visit previous areas, unless we just genuinely cannot do so, but I think we'll be able to. But for now, we'll call it an episode. See you next time, everyone.